Oh. I freaking told you guys. I told y'all. What did I say? I told you that Bayley was going to become the new women's champion. I told y'all this. Charlotte doesn't win on Raw. She doesn't. She only wins on pay-per-views. That's the only time that it matters to her to retain her championship. So, whenever she's having a title match on Raw, just expect her to lose. Charlotte's about to be a 10-time champion before the year is over. I'm telling you, every time she has a title match on Raw, she's going to lose. She's lost 3 of them now. She lost 2 to Sasha, and now she lost 1 to Bayley. I'm going to review Raw, but I'm not reviewing everything. There's like 4 things I want to talk about, and I'll get into depth of the championship match here in a bit. But I'm not going to review the whole episode of Raw, because Raw was just an up and down roller coaster for me. And I feel like if I'm going to give you guys a review, I'm only going to talk about the things that were most important. I'm not going to waste my time with Mark Henry and all this other stuff. Like, none of that's important. Let's talk about the important stuff. So first thing I want to talk about is Emmalina's debut. Yep, we get Emmalina. We get Emmalina. And we get her for like 30 seconds. So, you know, they played this up. You know, Emmalina's coming. She's finally premiering. It's been like a 17-week, thing since she's, I guess, come back or whatever. You know, they've been airing the vignettes for months now. And we were just starting to think she was never going to debut. So Emmalina comes out. She has a new entrance or whatever. She came out looking gorgeous. If I decide to do it, you guys should see the pictures up on your screen right now. Emmalina came out looking gorgeous in this gold dress she had on. She was just, the girl was looking fine. Yeah, won't you, come on to Cleveland real quick. So, yeah. No, but anyway, we get Emmalina. She comes out and she says, well, you guys waited for 17 weeks for my re-debut, and I'm here. Alright. Now, you've seen the makeover of Emmalina. Now you're going to see the makeover of Emmalina back to Emma. And she walks away. I'm like, wait, what? What? Wait. Huh? Where you going? Get your ass back. Where are you going? And she left. That was it. That was it. All the vignettes, every single week on Raw, you know, preparing us for her re-debut, she comes out and says, you've seen me go from Emma to Emmalina, now you're going to see me go from Emmalina to Emma. And I'm just like, what was the fucking point? That was a waste of time. WWE just keeps on trolling us. They just don't give a damn no more. They don't. They hype us up for these things to happen, and then they completely stooge it off. They just waste it. That could have been big. Oh my god. That could have been big. They could have did a ton of things with Emma or Emmalina. I don't even know who she is now. Is she having an identity crisis now? I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I can't tell you what's going on because I don't know. So, what are they doing with this? I don't know. Is she coming back to wrestling? Is she just going to do this every week? I don't know what. Is she going to have an alter ego? I was talking to Soul Brother. He said maybe they're doing this alter ego thing. That's stupid. I don't want to see that. I already didn't want them to repackage Emma to begin with. She was fine just the way she is. You could have put Dana Brooke back with her or whatever, and you could have did that. But no, we got to go above and beyond and turn her into Emmalina and air these pointless vignettes and say she's coming back, and maybe she's not actually coming back, and maybe she's coming back. And then when she finally comes back, it doesn't make sense. She says she's going back to being Emma. Why the WWE, I really don't understand what the hell you guys are doing. I really don't. So, the next thing, a little side note, I guess New Day is trying to bring back ice cream bars or something like that. This reminds me of when CM Punk tried to do this years ago. I don't know if they're actually going to successfully do it, but just don't have booty-shaped ice cream, because I'm not eating no booty-shaped ice cream. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I refuse. It better not have nothing to do with no booty or nothing. It can be whatever, unicorn shaped, I don't care. But if it's booty flavor or booty shaped ice cream, I'm not bothering with it. Bootios is far enough. That's far enough. That's it. Don't take it no further. Something good. We got this nice Samoa Joe interview. Michael Cole sat down with him. And I don't know if WWE just thinks we're stupid, but Michael Cole was like, yeah, I'm about to go, I'm going to leave the announce table and go to the back and interview Samoa Joe. Like, it doesn't look exactly like the ones that they put on the YouTube channel. This definitely was not a live interview. This was definitely pre-recorded. And they're just trying to insult our intelligence by making us think that Michael Cole is going to the back to do a fresh live interview with Samoa Joe. Bullshit. It didn't even look like they were trying to make it different than how they do it on YouTube. It just looked the exact same. Don't do that. Don't try to make us feel like we're stupid, because we're not. We know that was recorded, pre-recorded. So don't even do that. But we did get a great interview. Pretty much what Samoa Joe was saying is that he didn't come to Raw to make friends. He's there to cause destruction. The only man's opinion he cares about is Triple H. He said Triple H put him on Raw for a specific reason, and his results speak for themselves. Triple H doesn't have to justify his actions for anyone, and there's a lot of athletes in NXT that are great, but none of them are on his level. He's caused carnage everywhere he's gone. Just ask Seth Rollins, and ask the people he's done it to for the past 18 years. He said Seth couldn't even last 2 minutes in the ring with him without getting hurt, and he said if Seth does try to come back and go after him, he has no problem injuring him again and putting him back on the shelf. He talks about his debut match where he beat Roman Reigns. He says he took out Rollins and Reigns in consecutive weeks, just like he's done to people for the past 18 years. He said he's not no Sami Zayn who's just happy to be on Raw. And I'm just like, oh, okay. They're setting up that for Fastlane because they have nothing to do for Sami Zayn. They have nothing for him to do. So he threw that little nugget of Sami Zayn in there. He said he's not just a Sami Zayn who's just happy to be on Raw. He's there to make a statement. He compared himself to all the people that, all the men Triple H has aligned himself with, like Batista, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels. I don't know why he threw Shawn in there, because he pretty much was saying that those guys needed Triple H to elevate them, which Shawn didn't need that. Batista and Randy, sure, I'll give you that. That's fine. And then he said Seth as well. He said he's nothing like all of those guys. He doesn't need Triple H to elevate him. He said he doesn't need Triple H's help or to be his heavy to get the job done on his own. And then he says he finally has someone he can rely on, and he knows what's best for business. And if someone gets in his way, they'll find out why the Creator unleashed the Destroyer. And I'm just like, did you just contradict yourself? Like, this was a great promo. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from how great the promo was. But this man just said, I'm not here to be Triple H's heavy, and I don't need his help. And then he goes on to say immediately after that Triple H has someone he can rely on. Is that not his heavy? Is that not? He just said he can get the job done because he knows what's best for business. And if someone gets in his way, they'll find out why the Creator unleashed the Destroyer. So if you're not Triple H's heavy, then how did the Creator unleash the Destroyer? That didn't kind of make any sense to me, but whatever. This was still a great thing. And like I said with Sami Zayn, after Sami Zayn beat Rusev, he had a little interview. This happened exactly right after the Samoa Joe interview or whatever. So Sami was interviewed after he beat Rusev, and he was just talking about, how the win tonight is a boost of confidence, considering he lost his title match last week thanks to Kevin Owens, and he had a lot of momentum going into that match, but it was all gone after that. But this match against Rusev was huge. He gave Rusev props for being, a formidable opponent, even though I think Rusev probably should have won that. But if they're trying to build him to face Samoa Joe, I guess I can understand why he won. And then he was just, talking about, he talked about what Samoa Joe said. He was like, Samoa Joe said that he isn't a Sami Zayn. He's absolutely right. Zayn said he doesn't take shortcuts. He fights back after losses and doesn't stay down. And he said he doesn't take the easy way out or clean up people's messes. And, you know, he's just pretty much responding or whatever. And that's when Samoa Joe's music hit. And the interviewer was just like, you know what? I'm going to just exit stage left. She got the hell up out of there. I guess her name is Dasha or something. Don't really know. Don't really care. So Samoa Joe's music hit. And Sami's at the top of the ramp. So he's just looking at, you know, where the wrestlers come out of. Like, oh, okay, you coming out? All right, let's go then. And he's just waiting for him. He doesn't come out, but his music is playing. And then that's when you had to know that Samoa Joe was going to attack him from behind. And that's exactly what he does. He attacks him from behind. You know, he came from over by the announce table, started kicking his man's ass, started throwing them hands. He was hitting him with some shots. He threw him into the video board that they walk out of, the one that's right there in front of the stage that, you know, you could just see the Raw logo on. He threw him into that. It looked like it bent in a little bit. He might have broke it or whatever. I don't know if that was set up on purpose, but it looked like he was about to go through that thing. And then he just started punching him in the face and just kept hitting him until the referees pulled him off. So that's definitely going to be the match that's going to happen in Fastlane. I don't think they've completely figured out a plan for WrestleMania just yet, but they're just focused on Fastlane at this point. So yeah, and then after that, he choked him out. He hit him he put him in a coquina clutch, choked him out, make him go to sleep, and then, you know, he walked away. Referees were still trying to get him off of him, but Sami Zayn was asleep at this point, so there was really no point. So yeah, so that was that. That'll be a nice match. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Teddy Long's going into the Hall of Fame. Yes, Teddy Long, one of the longest reigning, probably the longest reigning SmackDown general manager of all time. Former referee. He was a manager for I think was it Harlem Heat? Maybe not. I think it was somebody else. I'm forgetting. My memory ain't what it used to be, even though I'm not that old. But yeah, Teddy Long's going into the Hall of Fame. So this Hall of Fame is looking good. Man, just more people each week that they're telling us, and just a lot of big names that I'm very familiar with. People that, you know, came from not exactly my era, but people that I can, you know, actually remember. Like people like Stan Hansen, I just learned about a little bit. I learned about him last year when he went into the Hall of Fame. But, you know, it's just nice that they do this Hall of Fame thing, and people who've worked their ass off and everything, even though it's a work, they get the recognition that they deserve. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad Teddy Long's going in there. Hopefully a tag team introduces him or inducts him, because he was the king of making tag team matches. Like, I remember he took a tag team ladder match at one pay-per-view. I think it was Armageddon. And he turned a ladder match tag team match for the tag team championships into a fatal 4-way tag team match for the tag team championships. And I think that was the match, if I'm not mistaken, that was the match where Joey Mercury's face got messed up. Because I think it was the Hardys, Eminem, Paul London and Brian Kendrick, and then William Regal and not Paul Burchill, Dave Taylor, I think. I'm not too sure on that. I gotta go back and make sure that's the match that I'm referring to. But if I do remember right, that was the match that happened, and Joey Mercury's face just got all fucked up. I don't think he was ever the same after that. But yeah, so happy for Teddy Long. Congratulations that he's going into the Hall of Fame. Now, 2 more things I want to talk about, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. So let's talk about this damn Festival of Friendship. Oh my god, this segment was all over the place, and I really mean that. Like, okay, Chris Jericho comes out, you know, they built this up last week, so they've been running vignettes all night, him and Kevin Owens, their best moments together, all the things they have accomplished, how they've had each other's backs, all that stuff. So Jericho comes out, there's showgirls right on the stage, he calls out Kevin Owens. This man has like a top hat on and like a matching blazer. It was just flamboyant. They had the music playing, the stage was set up, the ring was set up. Kevin Owens came out, gave him this weird look, like what the hell is going on. They get to the ring, and, you know, Jericho starts, you know, showing off the gifts that he's giving him. I forgot the guy's name that he said. Some made-up name, some made-up artist or whatever. There was this sculpture. It was like 2 people intertwined together, and he was just showing that was their friendship and how it's never going to break, and, you know, they're going to be together forever. It was getting borderline creepy. I'm not going to lie. And the next thing he did, he gives him this creepy painting. And I should have it on the screen for you guys to see this. This painting was so weird. He called it the creation of Kevin. And if you ever seen those two people, I guess from like ancient Greece, where they have, you know, one's up the top, one's at the bottom, and they got their fingers like pointed together. That's exactly what this is, except it's Kevin Owens at the top and Jericho at the bottom. And Owens is like, dude, you don't even have pants on. Where did you get this from? Like, I can't put this up. I have kids. They can't look at this. Like, this is creepy. And then Jericho got this magician. Oh my God, I think his name was Friendship. Dude, this segment went all over the place. And then Kevin was just like not impressed with the tricks that the guy was doing, so Jericho put him on the list for not being entertaining. And I'm just like, oh my God, can this get anywhere? This reminded me of the Mick Foley "This Is Your Life" segment. That's what this reminded me of. And I'm just like sitting here dying laughing, but at the same time, what the hell am I watching? I couldn't wrap my brain around it. I didn't know what the... And then Jericho's like, all right, enough of the gifts and everything. I got one more gift for you, but you're going to like this one. I'm calling out Goldberg. You're going to face him at Fastlane, but right now, we're going to make sure he don't make it to Fastlane. And then Owens is like, okay, now you're talking. All right, we're going to take out Goldberg? Let's go. All right. And then, you know, Jericho was like, Goldberg, you're going to come out here, you're going to get... And then it went to commercial. And I'm like, was that supposed to happen? They come back from commercial, and Jericho's still in the same position, and is like, it. And I'm just like, dang, that was the longest, like, they've ever held that. You're going to get it. Like, they literally waited a whole commercial break to come back for him to say it. That was crazy. And then Goldberg's music hits, and Owens is just pacing back and forth. He got the serious face now. He's ready. They're about to take him out. Jericho said he got his back. All right, cool. This man's music hits, and it was weird. It was just playing, and I'm just like, okay, where the hell's Goldberg at? Didn't even know he was going to be here. And out steps Gilberg. Not Goldberg, Gilberg. Fucking Gilberg comes from out the thing. They do the whole Goldberg pyro thing, except they have, like they've always done, the employees stand there with some damn fire extinguishers and just spray it on him, and he just does the reject Goldberg entrance. It was freaking hilarious. The fans popped for it. I popped for it. I haven't seen Gilbert in years. That was freaking hilarious. Owens got pissed as Gilbert's just walking to the ring, normal Gilbert stuff. He gets out of the ring and just kicks his ass. No games, got him up out of there. And then he gets into the ring and he's pissed. He's like, dude, what is this? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What the hell are you doing? And then Jericho's like, all right, look, I know, you probably didn't want these gifts. It probably didn't go the way it was supposed to go. I'm sorry. I was just trying to show my friendship towards you. And then he just goes on this passionate rant about how it's been like one of his best runs in the WWE that he's ever had, and how Owens has made it, even special for him. And, they're not just best friends, they're brothers and all this other stuff. And Owens was like, you know what? I know you put a lot of hard work into this. I'm sorry. You're my brother. I love you too, man. And, all of that. Then they hugged it out. And I'm like, okay, all right, so what are they doing now? And then Owens is like, all right, but I got a gift for you. But it's not as good as your gift is. But it's a little something. I think you're going to like it. So he hands him this box. Jericho opens it. And Jericho's like, oh, it's perfect. It's another list. My other list was, was getting all beat up and everything. I needed another one. So he pulls it out. And he doesn't see the back of it. But the back of it says the list of KO. And I'm like, uh-oh. And Jericho's just looking at it smiling. And he was like, hey, why is my name on the list? And he's just looking at it, just baffled, like, who put me on the list? And then they cut to Kevin Owens, and this man just had the most priceless face ever. Hopefully I can find the picture of it too, so I can show you guys. But this man KO had the most priceless face ever. He dropped his title. You could just see him just setting his title down. And then Jericho looked side-eyed at him and was like, oh, shit. And then Kevin Owens went crazy. He started kicking this man's ass. he started beating the fuck out of Chris Jericho. Threw him out the ring, threw him over there where the timekeeper's area is, threw him into the barricade, took his shirt off, his blazer, whatever he had on, took off his scarf, just destroying this man. He powerbombed him into the apron. This was Fight Owens fight. We finally got Fight Owens fight. Haven't seen this Owens in a long time, but we got him tonight. Then he threw him back into the ring, and the little setup that they had, there was like a monitor there, and Owens completely threw Jericho into this little TV or whatever, and it smashed, completely shattered, and that was it. He got up out of there, grabbed his title, and left. And Jericho was gone. Like, he was messed up. It reminded me of when Jericho did that to Shawn a few, like, years ago, maybe like 2004 or 5, when he threw Shawn into the TV, the Jeritron 3000 or whatever it was back then. It reminded me of that. Because, like, the glass of the TV completely shattered, and everything was just gone off of that. And, you know, the referees attended to him. And when they came back from commercial, Jericho was going into the back of an ambulance and being, you know, lifted away or whatever. So that was crazy. We finally got the split. Didn't think it was going to happen now. I thought they were going to have Owens drop the title first, and then he goes ballistic because he dropped the title. I feel like he kind of played himself a little bit, because now he has to face Goldberg by himself. He didn't give it a chance with Jericho just one last time, just to see if Jericho would have his back. And he just completely did the turn. And I guess now Jericho's going to be babyface, because the crowd's definitely going to cheer for him. If that ain't a sympathy, I don't know what sympathy is. It was just hard to watch for the crowd, but it was great. They finally did the split. I still think it's a little bit too early, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here, because Raw wasn't that much interesting either way. So they did that. They did the split. The match is gonna happen in Mania. Jericho will probably come back after Fastlane. He's probably gonna be off TV for a few weeks to probably sell what Owens did to him. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Like I said, that segment was all over the place. Now let's talk about the Women's Championship match. We get Bayley and Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And this was a great match. This is probably one of the best matches they've ever had. I'm not even joking. This was better than their Rumble match. This was better than their past matches that they've had on Raw. This was their best match. Charlotte started off, you know, her normal cocky ways, and she thought it was just going to be easy again, kind of like how it was at the Royal Rumble. But Bayley wasn't trying to waste another opportunity. You know, Charlotte just pushed her in the chest to disrespect her or whatever, just to get her away from her or whatever. Just felt like she was getting too comfortable. And then Bayley slapped her right in the face, and Charlotte just got out of the ring. She took that powder and was just like, hold up, let me regroup myself. All respect went out the window in this match. Bayley wasn't that, oh, I respect my opponent in this. Nope, this was a different Bayley. Bayley started hitting Sasha. Charlotte's head on the turnbuckle multiple times, and hit a nice little springboard crossbody. And then as she went for a suplex, this was the nastiest thing of this match. Charlotte countered and tossed Bayley backwards right into the bottom turnbuckle. Like, the whiplash effect of that move was crazy. I thought Bayley was hurt. I didn't think that was supposed to happen, but however they did that, it just looked oh my god, it just looked devastating. It was, and Charlotte immediately picked the injury spot that she did, because her neck snapped the bottom of that turnbuckle. And I'm just like, ooh, I felt the pain from here. So, you know, Charlotte went on the attack after that, put her in sleeper holds and reverse neck breaker holds, and was just really working her neck because she knew that it was hurt. And Bayley was selling that it was hurting. She put her in like a standing dragon sleeper and was just putting torque on all of these submissions to make them hurt just that much more. This was great from Charlotte. I love what she did here. And she was getting the good heat. Bayley kept fighting though, but Charlotte kept killing, you know, whatever momentum she was getting. She kicked her to the outside of the ring, and then like ran and like kicked her in the jaw area and like pushed her against the barricade at the same time. Like, she just ran, put her foot on her face, and just smashed it into the barricade right by the fans. And then Charlotte gets on the barricade, the same barricade she smashed her in, gets on top of it, and does a moonsault. And it looked like Bayley died. She literally collided with her, and it looked like she died. That was a devastating moonsault, and the crowd even sold it. It was like, ooh, oh my god. It wasn't a pretty moonsault, but it wasn't botched. She got everything she needed to get in that moonsault. She caught all of Bayley there, but yeah, Bayley was out for a little bit after that. But Charlotte immediately got her up, threw her into the ring, and pinned her. Only got a 2 count. But yeah, Bayley almost died there. Bayley started to fire up a little bit again. She had that adrenaline working in her favor, as she normally does when she's about to win a big time match. She started doing her signature moves, and then Charlotte got caught up, on the apron in between the ropes. Bayley hit this stunner, and I don't know if Charlotte was just selling it, but the way she bounced off of them ropes, it just looked like she wasn't trying to do it. But if she was just selling that, then that was an excellent sell job there. And then Bayley went to the top rope, almost fell, but she recovered. She recovered herself, hit the Macho Man elbow from the top, only got a 2 count. The crowd was still, starting to get more and more hyped as the match was going on, as it was nearing its finish. Charlotte came right back, went to the top rope herself, but Bayley stopped her and was able to pull off a Hurricane Rana off the top rope, stopping whatever move Charlotte was going to do. Then the crowd, like I said, kept going crazy or whatever. They were just getting hyped because they knew the match was going to end either way. And then Dana Brooke came out to interfere in the match because Bayley, I think Bayley put in the figure 4 leg lock, and Dana tried to come out. No, this was before she put her in the leg lock. Dana came out, got on the apron, Bayley knocked her off, and then put Charlotte in the figure 4. Crowd went crazy because Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair, she put her in her dad's submission move, and one that she kind of uses as well. So, the crowd was going crazy for that. The referee was looking at Charlotte, not paying attention to the outside of the ring, and Dana raked Bayley's eyes. And then I'm like, oh, well, it's over. Charlotte finally won on Raw. But no, she put her in the figure 8, and I'm like, oh, Bayley's got to tap out to this. Bayley's got to tap out. So the ref wasn't looking once again. He was paying attention to Bayley. Out of nowhere, Sasha comes down to the ring and smacks Dana Brooke in the back with the crutch that I guess she's been using, even though she wasn't using it tonight. She just smacked her in the back with a crutch. Clack! Smacked her, and then went around to the other side of the ring. The ref still hasn't seen her. He's looking at Bayley to make sure she doesn't tap out. And on the other side is Charlotte. So, Sasha cracks her with the dang crutch. She hit her right in the chest area and just cracked her with it. Charlotte was forced to let go of the figure 8 because, that was it. She was in the bridge and just got smacked with the crutch. Sasha wasn't playing. Then she threw it away or whatever and was just watching what happened next. Bayley got up. Bayley to belly. Boom. That was it. 1, 2, 3. And for the second night in a row, we have a new WWE Women's Champion, and her name is Bayley. It was bittersweet, okay, because I love Bayley. She's probably my favorite woman on Raw, if not in the WWE as a whole. But they wasted it. They wasted the moment. Oh, they could have did this at Mania. It would have been so much better because we know Charlotte's not going to lose at Fastlane. So Bayley's only going to be champion for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So that means Charlotte's about to be what, a 4-time champion or 5? 4 or 5. She's getting close. She's about to be at Ric Flair's 16 times in no time. Like I said, she's going to be a 10-time champion before this ends. If she has 5 more matches on Raw and, 5 pay-per-view rematches after that, she's going to be a 10-time champion. So, Charlotte is no longer the women's champion once again. She can't find a way to win a match on Raw. I don't know why. If they're building up a win streak on pay-per-views, you would think they would build up a win streak on Raw as well. Or not exactly a win streak, but every championship match that she has on Raw, she loses. It doesn't make sense. You're putting her over, but at the same time, you're not. Because if you know she's going to lose on Raw and win at the pay-per-views, that takes away from the mystique. Undertaker didn't lose every single match he had on Raw and Smackdown just because he had the winning streak at WrestleMania. That would have been stupid. Imagine that. Just Undertaker didn't win no matches until it came time for WrestleMania, and that's when he won. So, I don't know. It kind of didn't make any sense, but I kind of popped at the same time. They wasted it a little bit, but I'm still happy for Bayley. Congratulations on becoming the new women's champion. Finally, all 4 horsewomen have become women's champion. And Naomi has become a women's champion. This is great. It's awesome, just from, a standpoint, watching all these ladies in NXT. Now all of them have been women's champion. They still need to push Summer Rae a little bit. Push Emma. I don't know what they're going to do with Dana Brooks. She might need a little bit more work. But this women's division could be great. You just got to start booking them a lot better. And I'm thinking Sasha's going to turn heel in the very, very near future. I don't know what they're doing with Emma or Emmalina or whoever the hell she is. It's starting to look like that one movie where the guy was like, oh, that wasn't me. That was somebody else. But it's actually him. That dual persona type of thing. I don't want to see that. I don't think that'd be cool. Mick Foley was the one who did it successfully. Hulk Hogan tried to do it with Mr. America or something. That failed miserably. So I don't want to see that again. Come on, just make her Emma. Just let her be Emma. She can do it perfectly. Just let her do that. But that's all I wanted to talk about from Raw. This was still about the same length of my regular Raw reviews. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't really enjoy Raw that much, just those little parts or whatever. But it was still a lackluster show. I'm sure SmackDown will be way better tomorrow. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of Raw or whatever I talked about, if that was the only things you cared about. If there was anything else, let me know about that in the comment section down below as well. Slap a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the A show, which is SmackDown. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.